my lovelies. Oh my god, I know it's been such a long time, 1 year exactly since I uploaded a video last. Anyway, I'm gonna go through my YouTube channel and maybe delete a few old videos, hopefully bring you some more interesting content this time. Life's just a little bit busy, but anyways, this tutorial was so easy. I just had to film it and show you guys. You're gonna love this. It's so easy and it will glamorize your outfit and it's just perfect. So you're gonna start off with a sari. Now this one is something that I have stitched myself. A sari is very simple. Basically it's just 6 yards of fabric and then it's cut to the width of your size. Now I haven't done a tutorial for the sari itself because this is an upcycling project. So if you've got any old saris lying around in the house that you're not wearing anymore and you just want to add a little bit of glamour, this is going to be perfect for you guys. So you can see the sari is very plain and very simple, just the way I like it. You can actually do this with any kind of sari. It can be printed, it can be any kind of fabric, anything you like. Okay, so let's start this tutorial. So you are going to need one sari and then some trim. So with the trim, it really depends on how much trim you do want to use. I'm going to show you how to measure out your fabric, so that will make it easier. You're also going to need a measuring tape, and then I'm using a safety pin to mark out where I need to measure out. Okay, so the idea I actually have is I want to put the ostrich feather on the shorter end of the sari and then obviously on the longer end, but not all the way through the sari. So I'm just going to mark it up at the back. This way it looks glamorous from the front and I don't have to buy so much trim unnecessarily. Once you've marked up where you want the trim to go, I would recommend you measure it out and then place an order for how much trim you need. I went onto eBay and I feel like some of these trims are way too expensive. Some of them are coming from China, you guys, and they're still expensive. Like, what's going on? Anyways, okay, one more thing I need to quickly mention to you guys. So after I placed the order for the ostrich feather, which I will link in the description box for you guys, I found out that apparently they don't sell them in continuous roll, which was so annoying. Like, literally, I ordered 3 yards and they literally sent me 1 yard per packet instead of sending me a continuous roll. So please be careful with that. Okay, another tip I quickly want to mention before we start. Now, what I would recommend you do is you place the fabric down and decide how you want to place the trim. Do you want to place it on top? Do you want to place it underneath so you don't see the border? As you can see, my trim really matches up with the sari, so I'm going to be placing it on the top. However, you can place it on the bottom so the little border doesn't show, or what you can do is you can double it, so you can put one border at the bottom side and one on the top side. This way you get more feathered effect. Okay, we are ready to sew. So what you need to do now is basically, if you are a beginner, I would recommend you use some sewing pins to basically attach the trim to the fabric. This way when you are sewing, it's not moving all over the place. However, I do feel personally quite confident using the sewing machine, so I don't actually pin anything down. But if you are a beginner, I definitely recommend you do this step. Also, you don't have to use super big sewing pins. I'm just using these to show you guys, but just use normal sewing pins, you'll be fine. It just makes your life a little bit easier. So how to use one of these pins? So what I would recommend you do, you get the border of the sari and you put the trim on top, and once you're happy with the placement, get one pin it through both the border and the sari, and then weave it back out. You just need to weave it the one time, but use lots of pins. I would recommend maybe 10 to 15 centimeter increments. This way it's attached quite close and it's not going to move about. Okay, so once you've done that, once you've done all your prep, you are ready to sew. Now the sewing is quite simple because you are just stitching in a straight line. What I first recommend you do is you put the fabric into the machine and then put the needle down first, and then sort of see if you're comfortable and go slowly. That's the only thing I could recommend for you guys. Sewing is very, very easy. If you go slow at the beginning, don't put your foot down really fast. You know, you don't want to create an accident, especially if you've never used a sewing machine. You can see from my video, I say I'm confident, yet I'm still going slow as a snail, so be careful. Also, the reason I'm actually going slow is because I'm using ostrich feather, and the feather tends to get stuck underneath the border and the fabric, so be careful with that, go slow. Now when you're sewing, still can't say that word, when you're sewing and you need to do a right angle, there's no need to cut the fabric and start again. What I recommend you do is you put the needle into the fabric so it doesn't move about, and then what you do is you lift the foot of the sewing machine. So once you lift the foot, you will have that space that you need to move the sari about, and then you can move it into place, put the foot down, start sewing again. So once you get to the marking, what you do need to do is you need to get your trim and you need to fold it inwards so it doesn't show on the outside. The reason you're going to do this is because it will stop the fabric from fraying, because as you can see, the trim there is a little bit of a satin border on the trim, and just in case it frays, and it will also look much neater. Okay, so once you've folded the fabric inwards, you're just going to double stitch over. And the reason you need to double stitch over the trim and the fabric at the beginning and at the end is just to, that's basically will stop it from unraveling. So yeah, that's it. That's how simple and easy this tutorial was. I hope you guys enjoyed that. You can also do this on anything, like literally anything, like on a top, on a dress, on a skirt, bag, cushion covers, your blouse, even your hijab. Like, you know, this was such an easy tutorial. Okay guys, I just want to say a big thank you for watching my video. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification button. Also, I'm on all social media, so make sure you follow me. Just type in bubblegum hijab and hopefully you'll find me. Yeah, so thank you so much for watching, and before I go, actually, I do have a giveaway, you guys. I'm sorry I haven't added a clip to show you the giveaway. It's all in the description box. So head on over to my Instagram and I will show you guys what the giveaway will be for. And I'll do color swatches and everything for you guys there. So yeah, thank you so much for watching and I will see you next time. So turn on that notification.